You know, every now and then I come across something that just blows my mind, and I think, how did I not know this? And we're diving deep into the Archimedes screw today,
Oh,
based on all the research that you sent over. And
yeah.
let me tell you, I am having one of those moments right now.
Oh, wow.
This is an invention
Yeah.
straight out of ancient Greece,
Interesting.
over 2,000 years old.
Wow.
And it's not just a dusty museum piece.
Right.
You are actually going to find it hard at work in our modern world.
What I find so fascinating about the Archimedes screw is that it really showcases the power of elegant simplicity in design.
Okay.
You see, when you solve a fundamental challenge in the most straightforward way,
Right.
you often end up with a solution that truly stands the test of time.
Okay, so before we get ahead of ourselves,
Sure.
let's unpack this a bit.
Yeah.
For those of us who might need a refresher,
Okay.
what exactly is an Archimedes screw?
Imagine, if you will, a playground slide, but twisted into a spiral.
All right.
That's essentially the heart of an Archimedes screw.
Okay.
You have this big cylinder,
Yeah.
and inside there's a helical blade that winds around.
Okay.
Now, as the screw turns,
Right.
the surface of that slide acts like a continuous ramp,
Okay.
lifting water or any other material you need to move upwards.
Okay. I can picture that.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work? I mean, is it just gravity doing the heavy lifting?
Not quite.
Okay.
It's all about the mechanical advantage created by that spiral shape.
Mm-hmm.
As the screw rotates, it forces the water to move along that spiral path.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's defying gravity.
Right.
The screw's angle is designed in a way that converts the rotational energy
Right.
into an upward movement.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, really a testament to how understanding basic physics
Yeah.
can lead to timeless solutions.
So this thing has been around for ages.
Yes.
You mentioned ancient Greece.
Yeah.
How far back are we talking?
We're talking 3rd century BCE.
Okay.
So before the Common Era,
Right.
Archimedes, the brilliant mind behind this invention
Right.
initially used it for things like removing water from ships
Okay.
and irrigating fields.
Okay.
It might sound basic,
Right.
but think about it.
Yeah.
The core design, the principles at play,
Yeah.
they've transcended centuries of technological advancement.
That is pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward to today.
Okay.
We've established this thing is old,
Yeah.
but you're saying it's still relevant in our modern world.
Absolutely.
Tell me more.
And the materials have evolved along the way, too.
Oh, okay.
While ancient screws were made of wood and bronze,
Okay.
today you'll find them constructed from durable steel
Mm-hmm.
and polymers.
Right.
This adaptability while staying true to the core design
Yeah.
is a key part of its longevity.
So where are we seeing these modern-day Archimedes screws? Give me some real-world examples. I'm really curious to see how this ancient tech is being used.
Well, prepare to be surprised.
Okay.
Let's start with something you might not expect.
Yeah.
Wastewater treatment.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
The Archimedes screw is dealing with,
Wow.
sewage?
Yeah, exactly. It's surprisingly efficient at moving thick, viscous fluids,
Ah,
making it perfect for transporting wastewater and sludge.
okay.
And, with a growing focus on sustainability,
Right.
the fact that it uses minimal energy
Right.
is a big plus.
Okay, that's impressive in a
Yeah.
somewhat unpleasant kind of way.
Yeah.
So aside from the waste management,
Uh-huh.
where else do we see this screw in action?
How about this? Hydroelectric power.
Hmm.
We're talking clean energy generation,
Wow.
using a principle straight out of ancient Greece.
Okay, now that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
So are you telling me they're using this 2,000-year-old invention
Yeah.
to power our homes today?
In some cases, yes.
This is definitely not what I was expecting when we started this deep dive.
The Archimedes screw can be reversed to generate electricity from moving water.
Okay.
It's a fantastic example of the screw's versatility
Right.
and its potential to contribute to a more sustainable future.
All right, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Good.
So it's not just a historical curiosity,
Yeah.
but what about applications that are a little closer to home?
Okay.
Something a little less, liquid.
Think about the food you eat.
Okay.
The Archimedes screw plays a key role in transporting grain in elevators
Uh-huh.
and moving all sorts of materials in factories.
Okay.
It's likely involved in producing products you use every day.
So from wastewater to clean energy to the food we eat,
Right.
It sounds like this ancient invention is woven into the fabric
It is.
of modern life.
It is.
I'm actually quite impressed by its reach.
And you know, it all comes back to that elegant simplicity we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Low maintenance, energy efficient,
Right.
incredibly adaptable.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions
Right.
are the best,
Yeah.
especially in our world that's increasingly focused on sustainability.
You're right. The simplicity is definitely a recurring theme here.
Yeah.
But I have to ask,
Right.
why exactly has it endured?
Okay.
What makes the Archimedes screw so special that it's still relevant after all of this time?
Well, one reason it stood the test of time is its sheer simplicity.
Right.
Compared to all the complex machinery we rely on today. The Archimedes screw is remarkably low maintenance.
Right.
It just keeps working reliably year after year without needing constant attention.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
That simplicity translates directly to energy efficiency as well.
Right.
There's no need for complex engines or external fuel sources.
Right.
It just harnesses the power of basic physics and just keeps chugging along.
And that ties in beautifully with the sustainability aspect we've been talking about.
Yeah.
You mentioned clean energy. There was something in the research about the Archimedes screw being used in solar-powered water pumps.
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. It's a particularly exciting application.
Okay.
Especially in parts of the world where access to electricity is limited.
Right.
Imagine this. You can provide irrigation or clean drinking water to remote communities.
Wow.
Using a solar-powered Archimedes screw pump.
Yeah.
All you need is the power of the sun.
I have to admit, the idea of this ancient invention being used to solve modern-day problems, especially in the realm of sustainability, is pretty inspiring.
It really highlights the adaptability of the Archimedes screw, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's not just a relic of the past.
Right.
It's a technology with the potential to shape our future.
I'm with you on that. But while simplicity is great, isn't there a risk that the Archimedes screw might be too limited for certain modern applications? I mean, it can't be the perfect solution for everything.
Right.
You raise a valid point.
Yeah.
And you're right, there are limitations.
Right.
For example, the Archimedes screw isn't suitable for moving massive volumes of water over very long distances.
Right.
In those cases, more modern pumping systems would be a better choice.
So it's all about choosing the right tool for the job.
Right.
As with so many things in life.
Precisely.
Okay.
And even with its limitations, the Archimedes screw remains a valuable tool in many contexts, particularly when we consider the growing need for sustainable and energy-efficient solutions.
Okay, so we've talked about the practical applications,
Right.
but I'm curious about something else.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that the Archimedes screw's enduring relevance was fascinating to you.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay.
What else makes it so remarkable?
You know what I find truly remarkable is its sheer longevity.
Right.
Think about all the technological advancements we've witnessed in the past 2,000 years.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Empires have risen and fallen.
Right.
Revolutions have transformed societies. We've gone from horse-drawn carriages to self-driving cars.
Right.
And through it all, the Archimedes screw has endured.
Wow.
Quietly and reliably, moving water and materials seemingly unfazed by the world's changing tides.
I like that image.
Yeah.
It's like a silent witness to history, a testament to the enduring power of simple, elegant solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that simple solutions often have a way of surviving and thriving,
Right.
even in the face of dramatic change.
You know, when we started this deep dive, I had no idea we'd be uncovering such profound insights from something as seemingly simple as a screw.
It's often the simplest things that hold the most profound lessons, wouldn't you say?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
There's a certain beauty in that.
There certainly is.
Well, we could probably talk about this all day.
Right.
But I think it's time to start wrapping things up.
Okay.
Before we do, what are some key takeaways for our listeners? What do you hope they'll remember from this deep dive?
Well, I hope they'll walk away remembering that innovation doesn't always have to be flashy or complicated.
Right.
The most elegant and effective solutions are often the simplest.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to remember that old ideas can still be relevant in the modern world. I mean, the Archimedes screw is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think this deep dive highlights how we can find inspiration in unexpected places.
Right.
Sometimes the solutions to our problems are right in front of us.
Yeah.
hidden in plain sight.
Right.
We just need to be open to seeing them.
I love that.
Good.
It's like a call to action to look beyond the obvious
Yeah.
and embrace the power of simple, time-tested solutions.
Right.
It's funny how we often associate the word ancient with outdated,
Right.
but the Archimedes screw really challenges that notion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It proves that just because something is old doesn't mean it's obsolete.
It certainly does, and I think it speaks to a broader point
Yeah.
about the cyclical nature of innovation.
Okay.
Throughout history, you see ideas resurfacing,
Right.
being adapted and refined
Right.
for new situations and challenges.
Right.
The Archimedes screw is a prime example of that.
Okay.
This tool, originally designed for something as basic as irrigation,
Right.
is now being explored for applications in space exploration and sustainable energy.
Wow.
It reminds us that the past can be a valuable resource for shaping the future.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's like we're standing on the shoulders of giants,
Right.
drawing on the wisdom and ingenuity of those who came before us.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
both humbling and empowering,
Yeah, it is.
wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It reminds us that we are part of this ongoing chain of human ingenuity,
Right.
building upon the knowledge and innovations
Yeah.
of previous generations.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of the Archimedes screw, what's the one thing you want our listeners to walk away with? What's the big aha moment you hope they'll have?
I think the biggest takeaway is this.
Right.
Never underestimate the power of simple solutions.
Right.
We live in a world that often values complexity and novelty, making it easy to overlook the elegance and effectiveness
Right.
of time-tested ideas.
Right.
The Archimedes screw is a powerful reminder that sometimes the best solutions
Yeah.
are the ones that have been around for centuries,
Right.
reliable, efficient, and often surprisingly adaptable.
That's a great point, and I think it's a message that resonates far beyond just engineering. You know,
Absolutely.
whether we're talking about technology or design or communication
Right.
or even life itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for embracing simplicity and learning from the past.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, on that note, I think we've successfully untwisted the fascinating tale of the Archimedes screw.
We have.
This deep dive has taken us on a journey
It has.
through history engineering and even touched upon space exploration.
Yeah.
Who knew a simple screw could be so captivating?
It has been quite a journey.
And to you, our listener, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you.
We'll be back soon with more captivating explorations of the world around us.
Sounds good.
Until then, stay curious and remember,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the oldest solutions really are the best.
Until next time.